You may not know this, but Habitat for Humanity Susquehanna has partnered with APG FCU for many years, offering financial education classes to our Habitat homebuyers. Now, our Habitat homebuyers partake in these courses as part of our homeownership program, where they will gain the knowledge on financial independence they will need on becoming a new homeowner. However, these courses are free and open to the public. Today, I am joined by Dee Barreto from APG FCU to hear about what financial education is, why financial education is so very important, and also to unveil a new course our partnership is offering called Financial Wellness. Dee, thank you so much for joining us. To begin with, Dee, what is financial education?
Well, financial education is, in simple terms, it is the process of money management, including budgeting, investing, improving credit, managing credit, financial decision making. And let me tell you, good financial education prepares an individual to manage their resources wisely, helping them avoid debt, make their finances securely, and also achieve financial security. So whether it is understanding interest rates, planning for retirement, home buying, paying for college, and just to name a few, financial education actually will help them achieve financial, not only financial security, but it will help them in their personal and professional lives.
Correct. Why do we think financial education is so important, especially for new homeowners?
Well, you know, one of the worst situations that can happen to any homeowner is missing on mortgage payments, especially when they could have avoided it. And financial education is very, very important because they will learn how to secure their homes from the risk of foreclosure or mortgage payment delays. Because when they have that financial cushion, or what we call margin of safety, that will help them plan on their mortgage payments so that they will not be missing any payment. And not only their mortgage payment, it will also help them prepare for emergencies. So they have to have that reserve, which is of primary importance, especially for homeowners.
Yeah, especially with new homeowners, maybe that have rented their entire life. There is no handyman, there is no maintenance man. They have to be prepared for home repairs or anything that may arise.
Yeah, absolutely. And this financial education will also help them develop a solid financial structure that will help them really go into the habit of how can I strengthen my finances so I will be prepared for anything untoward or just even for enjoyment. Because let's face it, our finances will require us to prepare also for things that we enjoy.
Yes.
Yeah.
What can one expect from taking one of your financial education classes? Are they larger classes, smaller? Are they one-on-one? What can one expect?
Okay, our courses can be done one-on-one depending on their situation. So we understand that our participants have certain work commitments. And we try to address that reality. And so we can do one-on-one financial coaching. We used to conduct from 3 to 20 participants in person.
Oh my.
And we continue to aspire to do that. However, most of our participants, they find virtual webinars more convenient. And they are increasingly more inclined to do online courses.
Yeah, the convenience of online courses, especially with some of our families or community members that are working, or as a mom with 3 kids, many kid activities, and but committing to those financial education classes and getting them to understand, financial independence is so amazing. So the in-person is great, and so is the other option for the Zoom. So what is the desired goal of our financial education courses?
Okay, let me put this into this perspective. We all make financial decisions, some small, some life-changing, and no one can escape the consequences of decisions that we make throughout our lifetime. And that's why it is really important that we have this financial education, because sadly, many realize the value of financial education only when experiencing financial difficulties or financial hardships. And so this is where financial education will be of help in helping them not only gain financial confidence, but it will help them establish financial wellness, financial capability, and also the ability to attain financial freedom, which is very important.
Going all of that, what would your recommendation be for someone that is maybe doubtful of needing financial education courses or taking financial education courses to become a new homeowner? How would we kind of eliminate their doubts?
Well, I would say give financial education a chance, a second chance, a third chance, because you'll never know what you are missing. And also, when we get into financial education, we just have to get away from the notion that financial education is only for those who are experiencing financial problems. Because when we get out of that thinking, when we go beyond that belief, we may be surprised at the valuable lessons we may be missing. And so that's why it is important to, okay, what can I benefit from financial education? Because definitely I have a lot of clients who, after taking financial education, you know what happened? They were able to get out of debt, qualified for home ownership, improve their credit score, gain that financial confidence, which enables them to make financial decisions with clarity, focus, commitment, resolve. And that is what we need among our homeowners. Because when they have that, they will not only be able to enjoy their financial life, they will look towards a future with a purpose. And it brings harmony in the home as well.
Now, for anyone that were doubting our program in any way, or the financial education courses, I know I have a lot of examples from our homeownership department, how the financial education courses help them to become a successful homeowner. I have homeowners to this day that still use a budgeting sheet that they have from your class. Do you have any examples of where you've had some clients tell you some success stories from your financial education courses?
Absolutely. You know, one thing that is very, very good with what we do is when a participant benefits strongly from financial education, they become our mouthpiece, you know. So they will tell others about the transformation that they experience. And as a result, the benefits actually has a ripple effect, because that is the most powerful, I should say, outcome of active engagement in financial education. When they realize that it has helped me, I should let other people experience the same transformation. And so what I usually do is, I actually have a favorite analogy when, especially if, let's say, I would like to emphasize the importance of savings. I have this housing analogy where I draw a house, and then if you try to figure it out, there is a roof, there are walls, and there is foundation. So the foundation represents income and investment. The walls represent spending, and the roof represents savings. Now, what happens when times are tough, especially like a very challenging financial situation comes? Just like a strong wind, that wind can easily blow off the roof. In the same manner, when we have unexpected expense, that can destabilize our financial structure and eventually jeopardize home ownership. And so when I say make your savings strong, because you would like your roof to be strong, so that in case something happens, that minor or big financial shock can ruin what you have built. So you do not want to experience that. So that is what our goal is.
And that's a great visual tool to use because everyone can kind of picture that and then see it. So that is amazing. I know some of our Habitat families have just raved about your courses, but also they have enjoyed including their family. So some have included their children, which warms my heart because financial education does start at a very young age. What age range do you recommend for your financial education courses? Is there any minimum age, or we know there's not a maximum? But
well, with the classes that we conduct for Habitat, it is definitely for adults. But then I understand that there are smarter kids as young as 13, and they are showing interest in financial education. If they show interest and they can understand, I would say tag along your children. But financial education for kids are usually better caught than taught. And so this is where modeling what the behavior and habits that they see from their parents, very, very important for young kids. But if a teenager already knows how to earn an income, like even doing chores, mowing lawns like that, or minor jobs, they have to start attending financial education courses. Because you know what? A common comment that we hear from some of our participants is this: I wish I have learned this much earlier in life.
yes.
And so that's why financial education is not just for the individual, it's for the entire household members. That individual has the responsibility to share it with members of the household so that they too, all of them, will be prepared for their financial future.
It's so beneficial to be proactive in your financial education and financial literacy. We are launching a new link on our website, especially where we partnered, and it is in regards to financial wellness. This website is amazing. It lists so many different courses, and there's budgeting tools and retirement tools, how to do tax returns. It's just a plethora of information. Do you ever get return visitors, and why is this financial wellness platform so important now as well?
Oh, thank you, Heather. I am so glad that you mentioned that. We have this financial wellness coaching platform that anyone can take advantage of. And speaking of return visitors, I have had a few, but most recently I have this client. She has been a homeowner for Habitat for 16 years. And she said when she took the classes, she was not ready to embrace the financial education. She actually took it only to satisfy the requirements. And so now, 16 years later, she said she needs help. And when she learned about the process that she will be taking, the things, the structure that will be put in place, the direction that she would be taking, she was teary-eyed. And I was really, I was feeling triumphant, not for myself, but for her, because she realized these are the things that I should have done before. And I am glad I am finding hope. And so it brings hope And I am just so enthusiastic for her and so thankful that she chose the path to becoming set free. Because those who experience being or breaking free from financial distress, they're actually the ones who are more aggressive in telling others, you should try it. You should try financial education. There is nothing that can emphasize the importance of financial education other than the one who benefited from it and whose lives have been changed.
Well, we are just thrilled about our partnership on our financial education. We are so very excited for our financial wellness new course. Dee, thank you for such an informative segment. If you or anyone you know may be interested in financial education, please visit our website where we list our class schedule. Reservations are required.
Thank you so much, Heather, for this privilege. It is such a pleasure and a privilege to be working with Habitat for Humanity Susquehanna in our common mission of strengthening and actually educating our communities.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.